Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to talk about 10 different stories in 10 different minutes.
Yeah, rapid fire, timestamps down below because we're going to I haven't done really research for any of these stories, so we're just going to hit on a lot of these stories because there's a lot going on. Obviously, we kind of slowed down making videos, not purposefully, just there's not enough hours in the day, Sarah. I have decided that officially. So a lot going on. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful holiday season so far. Because one thing I stopped kind of doing is responding to a lot of the comments just because I didn't have enough time in the day. But now I'm like, put more effort into responding to comments and not the videos. I don't know. I'm having an identity crisis this week about this. So
just this week though.
Yeah. So I don't know. This is kind of a word salad, but we still are definitely making videos, but I don't know. There's just so much going on.
Or you could just clone yourself.
I know. Yes. Apparently Tom Brady cloned his dog, so we could do that. But a lot of things going on. I mean, we haven't really talked since the last games of the international break. We're not going to talk about them, but a big 2-1 win over Italy in the second game. Kat Macario scored 2 goals. Also, the Lionesses played Ghana, and it was a 2-0 victory against Ghana. But again, Ghana put up a really good fight, for a program like the Lionesses who has so many resources and so much money, and to go up against Ghana, who don't have quite as much. I don't think a lot is inputted into their women's program. That Ghana put up a really good fight, so that's always exciting to see. So that was exciting. Also, the big Nations League final. Spain kind of dominated that 3-0. I mean, this happened a while ago. This happened December 2nd. But 3-0 against Germany on aggregate because no one scored in the first game. It was 3-0. That was the complete score. Germany, how they say, if you don't score, you can't win. So, yeah, Spain looked great. So excited. Aitana Bonmati fractured her leg, had surgery, so she obviously couldn't play. Pina scored 2. Vicky Lopez scored a goal. So exciting. That was very exciting to see Spain. I felt bad for Germany, but if you can't score, you can't win. So, but that was exciting. Also, this last weekend.
But World Sevens tournament also happened. And this year's champions were San Diego Wave. Yeah, San Diego took it home. And we were pumped. Kansas City shockingly went out pretty early.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, so much fun. Tobin Heath there. Obviously, I believe she's still one of the chairs of the whole tournament. She was there. Apparently, she never sat down because, the DJ booth was going crazy.
Oh, she should have been the DJ.
I know.
She looks like, you know what? Now that she's retired, I think DJ. I think the life of a DJ is calling her.
Yes, she totally could have been the DJ. Also, Kelly O'Hara was there. So much fun. So exciting to see San Diego Wave win. I will say, although, yes, we 100% were rooting for San Diego Wave, it would have been kind of exciting to see a non-NWSL team win because this prize money was so massive. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the other countries don't have as much money into their programs and their league as, the American program. But that wasn't the point. I always get so philosophical about this. But we're pumped. San Diego Wave won. It was so much fun.
So much blood.
Yeah.
Well, one time. No, at least.
Yes. Sandra Panos, I believe that's who the goalie got injured. Someone's cleat went into her mouth and she kept bleeding, and then the interviewer goes, "Oh my god, you're still bleeding." It was kind of crazy. That was exciting. So congratulations to San Diego Wave. Millions of dollars of prize money. So exciting. I don't know how participation works. No, I don't know how the crowds work there because I saw a lot of empty seats, but sometimes they don't sell all the seats that you see empty. So they kept saying how hot it was in Fort Lauderdale, and it was like 83 degrees with a lot of humidity, which is really hot. But then everywhere else in the country probably had a sweater on. It was snowing here. You know what I mean?
Yes, I was shivering while watching.
I know. And then Jen Beattie was like, "I like it. I'm from Scotland. I need some heat." So it was so much fun. Also, this past weekend, WSL obviously back in action. And the big story there was that Chelsea suffered their very first loss of the season, and the headline right here is
Chelsea suffer first defeat since May 2024.
A stunning loss to my favorite team nicknamed the Toffees, the Everton Toffees. I love that. It's so cute.
I wonder if they get to have like sticky toffee pudding after every game.
Yes, they should. That's like our favorite. We love that. Haagen-Dazs came out with a limited edition sticky toffee pudding ice cream about 15 years ago. It was so good. It was limited edition. I was obsessed. But Chelsea's first defeat in 34 WSL games opens up title race. So this was a big loss for Chelsea. Not so much how they lost or that they lost, but just the idea. Unbeaten, it's going to come eventually, and it was to a team like Everton. You think maybe it's going to come to a team like Man City, who's on a roll. Maybe it's going to come from a team like Arsenal, but to come from a team like Everton, who is either mid-table or bottom table, I have to look at the standings, that is kind of shocking. Now, Chelsea didn't play bad. They really didn't play bad. They had a bunch of chances, though, and they could not connect. And if you don't, like what I just said about Germany, if you don't score, you can't win. They did not score. They had a bunch of opportunities. This is the funny thing. Everton had one chance and they scored. So I don't know. And I mean, it was not Chelsea's day. They have so many players, Chelsea. I heard a commentator talk about maybe there's just, you can't figure out how to give everyone minutes and make a cohesive team because everyone's so good. Lauren James got the first start in a long time because she's been injured. Sam Kerr's still coming back. I mean, there's a lot of pieces out there, but I don't know. As someone goes, I feel like Chelsea were just freaking out and panicking the entire game. Even from the start, it was so odd. But sometimes when you have that pressure of we haven't lost, we can't lose, you know what I mean? You do kind of play panic soccer. Someone goes, it's a beautiful day to be an Arsenal fan. Then someone says, surely City are winning this year. Credit is where credit is due. Well done, Everton. Any day Chelsea is losing is a good day.
Sonia has not learned the lesson from Emma. Sam Kerr needs to start every game as her timing and movement needs refining with match play. Chelsea needs her playing, not still being sheltered. Another comment says, we need this loss to realize scraping wins wasn't cutting it.
Yeah, that's a good point, because a lot of people say they just barely win. They find a way to win. I've said that. But sometimes you just got to kind of rip off the Band-Aid. Okay, we lost. Let's refocus. Let's regroup. You know what I mean?
Relax, guys. It's December.
Yeah. I like that comment. That was a good one. You should chill and support your team. All the negativity because of defeat after ages. Yeah, I saw mostly neutral positives, kind of like we lost, it's no big deal. But obviously there's always going to be people not happy about losing to a team like Everton. But that was an exciting weekend. You know, that's the big story over the weekend. Man City win. But Man City takes, I don't want to say a commanding lead because it's changing rapidly. 27 points to Chelsea's 21 points, to Man United's 20 points, Arsenal's 19 points. Yeah, where does Everton? Everton is in the ninth spot right now, but they really went up spots. So that was an exciting weekend. Also, going over to the NWSL, I'm just mentioning it now. We've talked about it. Everyone wants Trinity Rodman. And the big news coming out there was that Michelle King wants to keep Trinity Rodman. Trinity Rodman's contract is expiring. But the NWSL vetoed the contract that was offered to Trinity, citing that it was not salary cap compliant for a few reasons. Actually, Sam Mewis had a great interview with Megan Burke, I believe, on her channel, just talking all about why this happened. What does this mean? The union representative obviously supports the players, but very interesting about, you know, Michelle King wanted to pay Trinity Rodman a lot of money. Some of the money was backloaded. Go over to watch that interview because that was great. But people are saying, if you can't keep a player, the biggest player in America, in American League, what's going on here? You know, they tried to figure, the Washington Spirit tried its hardest to stay within the rules, and that's the argument. They were following the rules. Why did it get vetoed? Why did it get denied? So that's kind of a big story. It's very upsetting to know that Trinity Rodman might just say, forget it, I'm going to go overseas, get paid more money, go to maybe a European club. But that whole situation is actually very upsetting. But it might set a precedent now going forward. But you don't want to see Trinity Rodman go to Europe, do you?
No, we would miss her too much.
Yes. That is also a big story going around right now. And actually, The NWSLPA just filed a grievance for the vetoed Rodman offer. So we'll see what happens. It might get approved after all is said and done. And then some other personal things going on. Not with us, but with the players.
I was literally just thinking, not with us.
The big grassroots gala happened. I think it was over the weekend. But I saw who was there. Of course, Tobin and Christen, but look who else showed up.
Third wheel.
Looking quite dapper. Leah Williamson was there to support the cause and looking quite amazing. Obviously, her and Tobin are friends. They played together, but I mean, 3 superstars of soccer. Amazing pics, gorgeous pics. I believe either Leah presented something, won something, or made a speech, but she spoke at it. Either I need to do some. I told you I didn't do any research.
She was there.
Yes.
We can confirm she was there.
But all 3 of them looking marvelous. Then this is very old news. Old enough news where we just hadn't mentioned it, but baby fever, crazy baby fever happening. Lynn Williams, but she announced that she is pregnant. And obviously she was at the skills challenge, and you could see her little baby bump. It was so freaking cute.
It was cute.
Yeah. She is just announced she was pregnant. Also, Guro Reiten, her and her partner Julie, their baby boy Felix was born about a month ago, or maybe a little less than a month ago.
I was going to say, isn't he like 5 now?
Yeah. We had to mention it. She had been away with the team, and then she announced that her and her partner had the little baby boy, and she wasn't in the lineup for the weekend game. So I don't know if she's back. I know she's back training because she posted. Billy Bright posted, our baby mama is back. So she is back.
She really is the baby mama.
Yes.
I like that.
But also, so baby fever, actually, speaking of babies, I saw this. I took a screen cap of this. Kailen Sheridan, who was on the winning San Diego team for the World Sevens, brought her little one, and Lion King did up.
It's a circle of life.
So cute. She brought her little one there. But so excited. Actually, I had a couple comments about the World Sevens. This was such a fantastic tournament. Not only seeing some great play, but also letting the players shine and have some fun. Let's go San Diego Wave. And then someone goes, congrats Jonas. He was a big winner. Vamos Wave. This is such a fun and exciting tournament to watch. Love you, San Diego Wave. Big thanks to DAZN for streaming it. Yeah, which was very nice on YouTube. It's just so nice and so convenient. But they should do a World Sevens tournament or a World Sevens match against San Diego Wave and Bayern Munich. That would be very exciting because Bayern Munich was the winners of the European World Sevens. Now San Diego Wave of the Americas. So I don't know. What do you think? I just love it. Yeah, the only thing I wish they did differently, I don't think, like, we watch the games. We don't watch all the games, but when they do the rolling subs, I feel like you don't see the subs roll in. And also, there's no stoppage time, which I kind of don't get, only because the goalie went down for quite a while to get treated, and then that's it. I kind of don't get that. I got to look into the rules because I don't know the no PK thing either, so we got to look into that. But it's fun. Overall, it's so much fun. No offsides. You know what I mean? Just so much fun. I guess that is it. I think we're kind of caught up what is going on. There's some more things kind of going on, but my goal is, I think I was kind of felt like everything that kind of happened, I wanted to do a video, and then I got overwhelmed because there wasn't enough hours in the day and we're working. Okay. But I think what I've just got to do is just got to focus on one topic, make a video, and then I might not talk about a lot of different things. And that's just the way it is, just because there's only so many hours. But what does everyone think? Because I don't want to do the thing, Sarah, where I just get so overwhelmed. I just don't want to do it. I'd rather do a low quality video than no video, which that sounds crazy, but I think some people are the opposite. You know what I mean?
Low quality, where you at?
Questions, comments down below. What do you guys think? Is City winning league? I mean, we've talked about this. Very exciting. What about the World Sevens, the Americas World Seven? Did you guys watch it? Were you rooting for Wave? Also, This was 5 years ago, but the Nations League final, Spain. I'm just a Spain super fan now. I kind of was. I don't know. There's just something so magical about the Spanish team. I don't know. They're just stars. And congratulations to Guro and Julie, her partner. Beautiful baby, so exciting. I mean, baby fever. Sam and Christy are getting married. We're going to do a separate Sam and Christy video, but they're getting married on New Year's Eve. But it's just like Sam and Christy have been doing their Mewis Squared podcast, and it's like, I don't know, hearing about all the babies. Now Lynn's having a baby. So all these babies, so exciting. Questions, comments down below. What does everyone think? We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.